Hi, welcome back to the Windows 10 Basic series. This is the third video. This is on the taskbar and desktop customization. So let's start from the bottom left of the taskbar with the start menu. This is a very useful little button that leads to a lot of different places in your computer. There's three main sections. There's here some simple quick access icons. There's all the applications in your computer here. And then this is a fully customizable very visual button layout, and you can change all the sizes of these. We'll get to that in just a moment. Let's start from the left here. You can expand this area out and you can personalize this list. So this is important. This is the power button. This is the first thing you want to learn about. And you click power. This is how you would restart, shut down, or sleep the computer, which means basically putting it in a low power state. Now, to customize this list, you right click, personalize this list. And you'll see as you go through your computer what you're working with. So if you use your documents folder, a lot of your downloads, you simply click them on, close this out, and you'll find that they have now been added to the this bar here, the downloads and documents. Okay, and you don't have to open this up to touch them. You can just leave this closed. I just did it to show you guys, but these are little quick access buttons. The next part is the list of applications that are currently installed in this computer. So we can scroll down here and see all these applications. These are all the ones you've installed. So if you install a new application, it's going to be somewhere in this list. You can also search with this taskbar. So let's say I want to look for Microsoft News. There we go. I have the app here, and I obviously get a bunch of settings here. I can get rid of it if I don't want it. Pin it to the taskbar. Pin it to the start, which is the first screen you see when we click the start button. This is when you see pin to start, it would go right here. Additionally, you can scroll down and find it. Everything's alphabetically organized. Another way to put this somewhere more convenient is to right click it. You can pin it to the start. So let's see what happens. Up, and it comes up right here. And then this area can be drag and dropped. Okay, so that's the first place. You can put it here in the start menu. The second thing you can do is right click it, go to more, and you can pin it to the taskbar. So it goes right down here. So this is helpful when you have commonly used applications. Say, for example, you use Office a lot. You can go find Microsoft Office here. It should be under O for Office. You can right click it and you can pin it to the taskbar. As you see, it's already pinned to start, and it makes things a little easier to get to. Now let's go over customization of this start menu here. Say, for instance, I don't want to use the Xbox console. I can simply right click the Xbox console and unpin it from start, and that gets rid of it. Now I can also customize the size and layout of these buttons. So say I want Windows Security to be a little smaller. I don't need it to be this big. I can right click it, resize it, and you see there's various different sizes. So small is the tiniest one, and I can put this up here. Okay, we can also make these guys see big like this one. So let's do an example here. I'll move this guy over. We can resize it. Let's say we want it large. It will become just as big. Obviously, it'll push the other guys out of the way. So that's scaling. Moving around is just as easy as clicking and dropping. Okay, so what I would do is, I don't use Skype, so I'm going to go ahead and right-click it and unpin from start. Just a note, when you unpin it, it doesn't delete it from the computer. It just deletes it. It deletes the shortcut. It just gets rid of the button to the application, not the actual application. The next thing we want to move on to here is the taskbar. So we can close this down. Another way of closing this down is just clicking anywhere outside of the box and it'll shut it down. The taskbar here is very customizable as well. If you want to get rid of something that you don't use, say you don't really use the Microsoft Store very often, you right click it and just simply unpin it from the taskbar. To get it back, you just go back here to your start menu, find it in the list. So here it is, right click, and then more, pin to taskbar. And it's right back there where you had it. Just like the start menu, you can drag and drop. You can drag and drop on the taskbar to move things around to your liking. Okay, so that's just some basic customization, a little bit of introduction to the start menu, and the next video we will discuss customizing the desktop. Okay.